I say another part?
Yes, please.
So something I didn't mention when I told you I wanted to say it because I forgot is something that we teach in one of our most advanced courses called Understanding Men, Love, and Commitment. And that is, it has to do with that men are looking for the right person. Okay, in that course, we talk about the 12 things that make a woman the right person. Well, it's important that women look for the right person. So our instincts have us get married, for example, at the right time, not necessarily to the right person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of the things that may be valuable for everyone listening to the individual interviews you do and watching the panel tomorrow is at least have one quality in mind that would be part of the right person for you. So are they honest? Are they communicative? Are they generous? Are they responsible? Are they have integrity? Whatever, at least just one quality that really matters to you. Now, in this course where women make a list of the qualities that they absolutely have to have in a partner, usually their reaction is, oh my gosh, I'm doomed. I'm doomed. I can hardly find any man with one of these qualities, let alone a man with all of these qualities. So I'm teaching you guys something from one of our most advanced courses, and that is that mostly what we're thinking is, is this man generous? Is this man generous? Yes or no? Right? Is this man honest? Is this man in touch with his feelings? Is this man emotionally intelligent? Is this man communicative? Is this man, right? Mm-hmm. So we are looking for a yes-no answer. And that's kind of like living in a world where things are either black or white. You miss a whole heck of a lot of color in between. So if you switch the question a little bit, and you can be thinking this while you're interviewing man after man after man, Michelle, they can be thinking, well, how is this man courageous? How is this man generous? How is this man communicative? How is this man in touch with his feelings? How is this man? So whatever is important to you, be listening for how is this man that way? And all of a sudden, because you know, I'm sure about the reticular activator, right? So it's the part of the brain that goes looking for things. Yes. Right? It starts scanning for what you're looking for. And if you're scanning for how is this man generous, your mind will find it if it can be found. And will find it in expressions you're not used to. Not the way you're generous or that your dad was generous. You'll find generosity in a way that it never occurred to you that that was a generosity. Oh my gosh. So if you all apply this to the Summit series, you could get a sense end of these 20-something men that maybe that quality is a lot more available in a lot more ways in mankind in general. It could completely change your sense of who men are. This question could change your whole life and so many of your relationships, because when we listen yes or no and conclude that someone is not what we need them to be, there's a sense of doom, right? So if we stick with generosity, like this man is so not generous, and I need something from him that would be really generous, I shouldn't even bother asking. Or if I do ask, I'm already going to be asking, like, you won't do this, right? Right? Instead of, if you're listening for how is this man generous, then you can go to him with, I have noticed all these different ways that you're generous. And that's a quality that I admire, and it's one of my favorite things about you. And I'm wondering if you would consider being generous with me in this other way. Now, I spoke to you about this when we were talking about what we want to do today. Men are naturally built to put effort where they can win.
Yeah.
So you've just told him he wins at the generous game, and you have another way he could play it. Right? So, well, this is something I win at. So, all right, tell me what it is instead of what do you want? Right?
Right.
What do you got? How else can I play? So you're actually building on his strength, which is always what men want to do. They want to play into the area of their strengths, which is normal because they have no more less time and energy than anybody else. But in general, men have a profound awareness of how much time and energy they have. So that's one way that this can change your life. Another way it can change your life is just go into the general populace, and it doesn't matter how old or young a man is. If you're just listening for how is this man generous, for example, you'll start to see it in a rainbow of colors, and you'll actually realize you live in a different world than you thought you did. And if I could give everyone one thing to listen for, it would be, how is this man protective? Mm-hmm. Because men are protective, extremely protective by nature, but how they express being protective often just makes us really angry. Mm-hmm. Because we don't recognize it as protection. It looks like control, for example, or invalidation or being vetoed, when what they are is protecting us from something they think is a threat. And when you can appreciate that, instead of getting all upset, you can actually have a great conversation with them. I appreciate how protective you are of me. Thank you for that. I actually need you to express it differently. Really? How? We had one man say something that just registered into our bones. And what he said was, you can't tell the difference between a wolf and a sheepdog if all you're looking for is teeth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so when men are expressing things to be careful of with men, it's a sheepdog talking about the small percentage of wolves that are out there that actually cause a lot of harm. They get around. And the sheepdogs are always trying to protect us from the wolves, but unfortunately, we keep giving the wolves a chance. Mm-hmm. You know, oh no, you're underestimating him, or no, he's changed, or we like to bet on potential.
Yeah.
But sheepdogs can tell who's a wolf, right? They can tell. They sniff them out very quickly. Like, that is not a good man. Mm-hmm. What that man's up to, you should stay away from him. And then we don't believe them. Mm-hmm. They try to protect us, but we don't believe them. We think we know better. Women tend to squint to see what we want to see, especially if he's very handsome or has a very handsome bank account. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I imagine during the summit that everyone will hear a lot of ways that the sheepdogs are trying to protect women, and they're often invalidated or second guessed. So that would be a good thing to notice if you're thinking that they've got it wrong or that they're exaggerating. Maybe you're not paying attention to your sheepdog's signals. And that's going to, if it hasn't already been a mistake, you could look to see. So where did I ignore the ways that men were trying to protect me and then paid the price?